President William Ruto has outlined his 10-year ambitious plan to take Kenya from the third world to the first world status, rallying members of parliament and Kenyans to rise up and shun average thinking. Speaking during his State of the Nation address to Parliament today, President Ruto disclosed that the project premised on four key pillars of human capital development, irrigation, energy and transport and logistics will cost a whopping 5 trillion shillings as he proposed new ways of financing. Emmanuel Toh reports.
In keeping with his newfound narrative of transforming the country into a first world nation, President William Ruto appointed his third State of the Nation address for Vision Declaration session. President Ruto drawing lessons from Asian tigers, Singapore, Japan, South Korea and Malaysia. Ruto's first pillar is built on human capital development, which seeks to improve the quality of education, skills development, scientific training and innovation capacity.
We must actualize the National Research Fund, moving from the current 0.8% of GDP to 2% of GDP. This leaves us with a shortfall today of 180 billion.
The president's second pillar targets food security for a country that largely depends on rain-fed agriculture. To correct that, the president seeks to build 50 mega dams, 200 medium and small-scale dams, and others to boost water harvesting, storage and irrigation.
We can no longer allow the clouds to determine whether our people eat or not. Not only to secure our food supply, but to bring at least 2.5 million additional acres under irrigation within the next 5 to 7 years.
The president's target is to raise the country's capacity by more than 3 times to reach 10,000 megawatts of power by 2032.
We have to generate an additional 10,000 megawatts in the next 7 years so as to move our country to the next level and undertake the transition necessary for our growth.
President Ruto wrapping up his Kenyan dream with transport and logistics by maintaining world-class seaports, airports, highways and digital corridors, and see the dualling of 21 major roads.
This infrastructure drive will also include extending the standard gauge railway from Naivasha to Kisumu and eventually to Malaba. And that exercise, ladies and gentlemen, is beginning in January, in just 2 months.
However, the ambitious plan won't come cheap. President Ruto estimating it will require up to 5 trillion shillings to achieve.
Estimates indicate that achieving these 4 priorities will require at least 5 trillion. This is undeniably a large sum.
The president's presentation getting a standing ovation from the MPs, a majority drawn from the broad-based corner who lauded his visionary plan. The president then turned to his critics who have already dismissed the plan as a pipe dream.
Our critics, the high priests of eternal pessimism, who criticize without responsibility and tear down without offering alternatives, will want you to believe that our economy is going in the wrong direction.
The president had earlier hinted that the vision to move Kenya to a first world status will take a 30-year period and complete by 2055. Kenyans will now have to tighten their belts and prepare for takeoff into the first world as President William Ruto now pronounces some measures that he says will require sacrifice and belief from Kenyans to get there. Emmanuel Toh, Citizen TV, Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.